So guys, I'm here at Tobi's flat. We are starting a 10-week transformation. We're gonna get Tobi massive. We're gonna get big gains. We're gonna hit 70 kg. 70 kgs, bro.
70.
70.
Alright.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
What are we doing tomorrow?
Gym.
Yeah, but
Leg
what?
day.
What? Leg day to start? What? You're chatting shit. What are you doing tomorrow? You're chatting shit. What are you doing tomorrow?
We'll start with chest day. We'll do legs day after.
Okay. I'm not scared of leg day. You think I'm scared of leg day?
Let's weigh in.
Wait, give me 2 seconds. Who am I? Deji came out in the weigh-in with a mask. Logan came out to fight with a mask.
So, does that mean you're gonna fight?
No, never. Put that. No, never. I'm guessing like 62.
62.4.
It's alright. It's not bad.
Good. Do you usually stay around the same weight or do you fluctuate sometimes?
I stay around the same weight. It'll be anything from, I think the most I remember being is 65, but usually it sticks around 62, 63. What, centimeters?
Yeah. 106.
I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's good or bad.
36. So you're just going to go right in the middle and then just let your arm drop. Yeah. 27. Shoulder guns.
In the tents.
Yeah, intense.
These aren't guns, these are like pistols.
We're going to get some AK-47s.
shots.
We've got 30.
Yeah, I'll take 30. This one looks bigger. Why does it look, or is it more, I don't know.
No, but it doesn't.
Does it not look bigger?
It's a little even though. Most people are not even, especially when they've been training. Bring this up. A lot of
This
people are
will be like 29.
You're right-handed, right?
Yeah. It's actually the exact same.
Exactly the same.
Yeah.
How's that? 87 on the top. 93 and a half. 94. I'll give you 94.
I was like so constipated just then.
This is definitely a thumbnail.
Oh, great. Alright, cool. I'm done.
Okay, 62.5 kgs. How have you been eating?
I haven't. I haven't been eating.
So what time do you eat? You wake up in the morning, or do you sleep in late? Usually.
I'm up quite early. I say early. When I say this, everyone's gonna be like, "That's not early. I wake up at 6 for school." I'm up usually by like 10ish. Sometimes, like typically, I jump straight on my computer and start doing work, like admin stuff. Because YouTube's so different now. There's a whole. It's not just sit down, record a video game. There's a whole business side to it that you got to take care of. So. Yeah. Organising videos and paying for different things and all that stuff. That's typically what I do when I jump on the computer. I catch up with business emails and stuff like that.
Yep.
And then it's straight into either recording or editing or whatever. And you don't feel hungry.
So what time would you usually have your first meal?
Maybe like 1 or 2.
10? You eat at 1 or 2. So what time at night would be your last meal?
It depends. Anytime between 11 PM and 1 AM, depending on what I've been doing that day. Like if I've eaten.
What time do you sleep?
What time do I sleep?
Do you usually eat right before you go to sleep, or you have a gap?
I try and have a gap because otherwise I get indigestion.
Yeah, okay, cool. That's good.
I try and leave an hour and a half to 2 hours between eating and sleeping. So typically I'll go sleep anytime between 1 and 3.
Actually, MyFitnessPal is a really good app. They're not sponsoring me.
Yeah, we're not sponsored, but it is a good app.
It is a really good app. It has so many different foods on there. You can just put in the foods and it works everything out for you. So it tells you the breakdown of the macros and the percentages. So your carbohydrates, fats and proteins. It tells you how much of each you're aiming for through the day. So if you're off coming up to your last meals, you can kind of mix your food up and try and hit your targets. Tobi's just eaten his breakfast after we've weighed in, and thing that I noticed, it was a really good, healthy start meal.
But no fat.
Very little fat, which is something that you need if you're going to bulk, and there was very little protein. If you want to gain muscle, you need a lot of carbohydrates, but you also need quite a bit of protein. Let's say you ate at 11 o'clock last night, and then you don't eat until 1 o'clock the next day, and your first meal is like that, with only 7-8 grams of protein in it. That means you've gone for 14 hours, and then you're only putting 7-8 grams of protein into your body, which means that your body can't maintain the muscle that you have, so that it's going to just keep cutting the muscle away.
Okay.
So the first thing that we need to do is start to increase the protein that you're getting in there in your first meal and push that first meal back way earlier, which is really tough to do. It's really tough to wake up in the morning and eat.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it.
It's really key. It's something to focus on. Make sure that you get enough protein in that early meal.
Okay.
How many calories a day as well do you think you're eating?
Mate, I'd be lucky if I hit like 1,000 calories a day. It depends what I eat.
The target for Tobi, weighing in at 62.5 kgs, would be around about 2,750 calories a day. That's the target what we're going to aim for.
Jesus Christ.
But I think that we should build up to that target.
Okay.
So if we can hit 2,000 calories this week and you feel all right and you can continue to eat like that, then that's fine. But what we can't do is overeat. Your body's not used to digesting that much food. Your stomach's not used to taking that much food in at once. It's going to be exhausting for your body just doing that to start with. It's just going to make you feel terrible.
Okay.
Even if you're eating really good healthy food, if you go in and you start eating 3 times as much as you're used to eating, you're not going to enjoy yourself. So we want to make this experience enjoyable. A lot of people, when they try to bulk up or cut and they start dieting and going to the gym, they make it so extreme and difficult that it's not enjoyable, particularly with losing weight actually, but also with bulking up. After 3 or 4 weeks, you're not going to see that much change. You're going to see a bit, but not that much. And if it's been like going through hell doing it, you're going to stop and then you never want to start again because you remember how hard it was. So we need to make this enjoyable. I did a transformation with Max and Chip, and Chip was actually eating under what he was required to eat to bulk, but he was bulking pretty well. And he increased the food over time because he couldn't just go in and just start eating huge amounts of food straight away. 2,750 calories for you. If you do that for the next 4 days, I'm not sure.
Shit.
Yeah, I'm not sure how good you're gonna feel. So that is the target that we're gonna get to, but let's build it up.
Okay.
As long as we're over 2,000 calories, you're eating twice as much as you were eating.
Okay.
It's gonna give you a bit more energy in to train, and it's gonna get you used to eating a bit earlier in the day. Your appetite's gonna hopefully be increasing, and then we can build it up in time. And as you start to train and you do start to build muscle, you're going to need more calories again.
I'll feel hungry. I think the thing that happens with me a lot is I don't have an appetite either. Where my job is mainly sitting down at a computer, I'm not really using any energy, so I don't really have an appetite most of the time. And then by the time I do have an appetite, it's really late.
Yeah.
So it's either I don't have an appetite or I forget to eat, one of the two.
That's why we need to build in, and we want your body to actually want some of the food.
Yeah.
So we need to increase the appetite by bringing it in slowly, rather than just forcing it into you. Yeah. That's what's going to get us more long-term results. It's going to make you feel healthier as well.
Okay.
The key thing that we need to start with is you eating earlier in the day and getting more protein in, because there's no point in us starting going to the gym. You're working really hard in the gym, you're working really hard eating, and then you take a 13-14 hour gap with no protein, and then put a small amount of protein in, and then take another 5 hour gap. Your body's not going to be able to hold the muscle.
Let's get some protein and let's get some fat in.
How many times a week can you commit to training?
I want to do 4, at least 4.
Sometimes, if we can, we'll get 5 in, or 6 in. I'll be
I
around.
want to take into account the fact that I'll be playing football on Sundays as well, so maybe that can count for leg day. I got wham legs anyway. My calves are like massive for my size.
We've still got leg day to do, but we're not skipping no leg day.
I tried to skip it. I'm not scared of leg day. You think I'm scared of leg day?
We're not skipping leg day. But what are your aims? What are you trying to get from this?
Looks wise, I'm not really fussed. I guess ideally I'd want to be a little bit stronger for stuff like Sunday League. I don't know.
So aesthetically,
you're
not fussed. I get that because my whole career has been based on like performance rather than aesthetics. I don't really care about the aesthetics, but we need a goal.
To be fair, I want stronger legs.
You want stronger legs?
Yeah, I do want stronger legs.
And also it's important when you start training to set goals. Once you've set goals, you can then set some tests around those goals, and then we can check to make sure you're improving, because there's no point in just starting going to the gym and then in 4 weeks you're not sure whether you've improved or not. You're not sure whether you've hit those goals. So we need to do some tests to see how strong your legs are.
And get faster.
You want to get faster, we need to see how fast you are. So we need to do some speed tests. So what other goals do you have?
I want to put on a bit more weight.
So what do you want to get to with the weight?
Maybe like around 70 kilos. I don't know, because I've never been that high. I think 65 is the highest I've been. Maybe around 70 kilos. See what I'm like at that weight.
So there we have it. It's official. Me and Tobi have started our 10-week transformation. I hope you enjoyed enjoyed watching this video. We will be uploading as much content as possible over the next 10 weeks with loads of different training footage, loads of information. I'm going to give you more detailed information about the diet and how it develops. So please make sure, if you're not subscribed, to hit subscribe. If you are subscribed, please make sure you turn your notifications on. And also, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you will know that yesterday we were in the gym doing a 1 rep max on bench press. We did a 3 rep max on leg press. We also did some other fitness tests. That is coming out in a video to you tomorrow. But if you don't follow me on Instagram, make sure you go and check out Instagram as well. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Leave a like, leave a comment. I'll see you soon.